Well, good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to the Summer Knowledge Guild 2023. AI is the hot topic at the moment, so we're going to indulge in everything to do with AI this evening. The first time I was ever driven by AI, an autonomous vehicle, and in typical gadget show style, it wasn't just like a normal sort of autonomous vehicle going around some streets. It was an autonomous race car, and it whipped me around this track at like 60 kilometers an hour. And by the end of the experience, which was literally about 10 or 15 minutes, I was very relaxed because, I didn't have to do anything. Turns out that AI is a really good driver, a lot better than what I would be if I was doing something like that. We really want to demystify some of the complexities around AI, and we want to bridge that gap between the potential of it and the practical implementation of it, how you can really leverage it for yourselves and your businesses. Please welcome Dhiraj.
Oh, thank you so much, Georgie, for that warm welcome. I'm really amazed at how many people here are interested in artificial insemination. And what I try to do now is to support the people who are creating the inflection points of the future. The ones who have, the vision, the inspiration to go out and start businesses which are going to change the world. Who have the imagination to see what the future could look like. And who are creating those innovations which we're now starting to use, which are in our hands. It feels like they appear almost by magic. And they're the ones who are going to create the impact when we look back in 5 or 10 years from now.
Thank you so much, Dhiraj. And I don't believe you're not the clever one at Shazam. I mean, the geekiness is showing through. I can see it in you. Please welcome to the stage, Spencer Kelly.
You got that, I'll get this. All right, thank you very much. Thanks very much, Georgie. Well, for a trip. This is me. Yes, this is my show. My name is Spencer and Click. As Georgie said, I've been on it for a very long time. If you haven't heard of it, it's this weekly tech show. It's a bit like Tomorrow's World. I always wanted to work on Tomorrow's World when I was growing up. The day I joined the BBC, they axed Tomorrow's World. Can you believe it? But Click came along. It's pretty much the same thing. So our job is to look at how technology is changing people's lives in countries across the technology spectrum, from the richest to the poorest, from the least developed to the most advanced. In a 1-minute nutshell, this is the sort of stuff I get to do. I get to play with amazing gadgets, I get to meet amazing guests and go to great places, from the really, really hot to the really, really cold. In Japan, they sent me back to the future, and at the Large Hadron Collider, I stared right into the heart of the Big Bang. They've sent me into space and lobbed me into the ocean, and I've seen robots do amazing things. I've played them at ping pong, I've attacked them with weaponry, I've danced the Gangnam Style with them, and I was molested by a robot back support. But I did put myself inside a Dalek and ride a giant robot spider, and then there was the time I did that. Don't do that, don't use that. Last year, and I think we all know, something happened and AI became human. You must have seen these images. These are images that are created by AI from simple text prompts. They are all fake images, but all created by AI. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Spencer, for that incredibly energetic, informative presentation. Please give a very warm welcome to Inma Martinez.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's great to be here because, as it was mentioned before, AI is being given a very bad name. And AI is a very old lady, it's 60 years old, and it's been doing quite a lot of good things for humanity. And to date, I haven't seen it trying to kill humans or doing the outrageous things that 10, 15 years ago I used to be asked at conferences. So I'm going to share with you where AI is really doing what we cannot do, but what we need. And that is the importance of why AI is being so widespread right now. I hope I have demonstrated that there's nothing to fear. What we need to be is voice our concerns, demand what we want AI to do for us, and fight for creativity, which is the biggest potential of humanity in our future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Inma. Loved everything that you had to say there. And I think, I loved, you just said, it just makes everything a little bit better, AI. And I know you touched upon some challenges there. I've been looking at the Slido questions we've had in already. People want to dig down into that a little bit more, so I'm sure we'll come to that in a moment. We're going to head into our panel session now. Just going to get the chairs on stage.
What can generative AI companies be doing more of to work with communities?
Just very briefly, because we're talking about all the positives, but we know about algorithmic bias, we know about deficiencies in training data sets, etc. And these are problems where the people that I've worked with for a long time are now ethicists. They're talking about how do we get representation acknowledged by the AI companies today. They're not saying that they're perfect by any means. So I think when we can work through being more inclusive, having the voice of women, for instance, and that's where I feel that this community of technology leaders have a moral responsibility to engage with governments and policymakers and society. And they will be better off, and we will all be better off. The quicker there are standards, the quicker there is, honest regulation, the more there is transparency. And I'm, again, optimistic that we'll get there, but there's work to be done.
Yeah.
I wonder whether we will ever get to fully automated cars, because on the way, we're going to be asked to, like we are now, we're going to concentrate on the road just in case the thing flips back to us, but we're going to become so out of practice with coping with the situations when the AI can't, that if it does flip back to us, we're not going to be able to.
So out there, if you are playing with, experimenting with, adopting AI, then if you can preserve those two things for your customers, your clients, your partners, then that's the way forward. And don't get sucked into, we can do this and we create that and this in the school, because underlying it, we have all those problems, I think.
Well, that is a brilliant note to end on. Dhiraj, Spencer, and in there. Round of applause.
I could honestly speak to all three of you for many, many hours, and I know there is a bar waiting for us, so if you do want to join us for a drink afterwards, we'd love to see so many of you there. Once again, Rory for hosting us, thank you to Speakers Corner. If you want to have any of these lovely speakers at your event, then please do get in contact with Speakers Corner. But all that's left to say, I hope you've had a lovely evening. My name is Georgie Barrat, and you've been at the Knowledge Guild. Thank you.